Today is the 23rd of November 2023, and would like to continue our exploits on some of the possible Gcse question, and this will be our fourth video. Okay, thank you to everyone who have subscribed to our channel. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, if you haven't already, please can you consider subscribing, following, sharing and liking our videos. I'll really appreciate it. Thank you very much. In the comment section, I normally write please follow my notes/scripts. Okay, at times, like yesterday when I watched the video, y equals x squared minus 5, at the one time I said x squared equals 5. Okay, it's y equals x squared minus 5. So at that moment, what is on the script is what you should go by. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. And linking to subscribing the account and following, liking and sharing if the account is not yours. As much as I would like subscribers and followers, please ask for permission. Okay, it's good to do things the right way. Okay, thank you very much. Beware of scammers. Okay, please don't be scammed. If somebody come and say that they are using this platform to raise money, I don't know anything about it. Okay, and they want to give the money to orphanages, I don't know anything about it. If you haven't heard it from me, like I'm saying now, it's probably a scammer. It's not me. Okay, thank you very much. Recap. Okay, please watch last video for recap. They are all exam questions now, and most of them we've done the topics. Okay, so watch earlier videos. We started from basic stuff like 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place. Okay, and I'm so bringing those things to the starters. Anytime I use them, I explain why, my rationale behind. So just watch the video before this one. Okay, and if you have an exam, don't come and watch like 10 video unless they are simple things like mathematical symbols, things we did earlier on, factors, fractions, those things you can watch it. But when you get to things like bearing, you want to watch one, think about it, pause, look at if you have any question you are struggling with, look at the samples I've given, and then watch, especially if you are writing an exam next year. Okay, don't put yourself under a lot of pressure, and don't wait a week before you write your exam and then you come and be watching videos. It will help. This is the time you have from now till April, May. Okay, by April You should have certain things on your fingertips. You should be able to look at the question and say, I think if I apply a bearing or right angle triangle or this formula, I can solve it. Okay. So please help yourself as much as you can. Okay. And as I said, use a calculator now if you are writing an exam next year. Okay. If you are not writing an exam next year, okay, my target is on the people who are writing next year, the May, June. I know that in the UK some people are doing their exam in November. I'm not talking about them. Okay, but if they started watching a bit earlier on, it might have helped them. Okay, that's why you need to share. Okay, because you don't know who you are helping. Thank you very much. So beware of scammers. Watch last video for recap. Today our starter. Yesterday we looked at division for us or fraction for our starter. We have made videos on this. Please go back and watch. Today we are going to talk about multiplication. Okay. As I said, that is the numerator. The top number is the numerator. The down number is the denominator. If you are multiplying two fractions, you don't flip it like we did yesterday for division. You just have to multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Whatever you get, if you can reduce it any further, you can. If you can't, you leave it and move on. Okay. So this example, 1/3 times 1/2. The numerators, 1 times 2 is 2. The denominators, 3 times 5 is 15. So we have 2/15. Number 2, numerators, 3 times 1, 3. Denominators, 4 times 5, 20. We can't reduce it any further, so 3/20. Another one, 1 times 5, 1/5 times 3/4. Okay, 1 times 3, 3. 5 times 4, 20. Okay, we can't reduce it any further, so we have 3 divided by 20. That will be our fraction. 4, 7/8 times 1/2. 7 times 1, 7. 8 times 2, 16. So 7/16. Okay. Next, 1/3 times 1/4. So 1 times 1, 1. 3 times 4, 12. So that would be our answer. 3/7 times 1/3. 3 times 1, numerator is 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Now 3/21, we can reduce it. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So we can use this 1/7 or 3/21. Okay. The last one, 2/3 times 1/9. So 2 times 1 is 2. That is the numerator, the top part. 3 times 9 is 27. We can't reduce it any further, so that will be our answer. So basically, that is our status. That is our starter. That is our warm-up. Okay. Let's look at today's question. The question we have today, we've done proportion, we've done probability. We all have the videos there. There is some kind of video in there for everyone. Okay, whether you're working on a foundation level, you are going to write an exam next year, or you are just in year 7, year 8, year 9, okay, trying to figure maths out and you're struggling, there is video there for you, and there's as much topic there for you that you can help yourself with. Today, that is an example. The table shows the proportion of history and geography students in a school. Okay, so normally in a school, they have some students who study history and some students who study geography, especially when they get to year 9 and they are choosing their subjects. Some will say, I would like to do geography. Some will say, I like to do history. Okay. Yeah. They realize that if you look at the table, the boys and the girls is a mixed school. History, the boys 50% study history, 12% of girls study history. Now geography, 85% of boys do geography, 85% of girls, 88% of girls do geography. Now, this wasn't given to me. I just totaled it to make sure it adds up to 100%. So, history is 15, geography is 85. If you add them, you should get 100. This wasn't given. I did it myself. History, girls 12%. Girls again, geography 88%. When I total, it gave me 100%. So I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, my thinking process. What can I use to solve this question in the best possible way? Okay. Now, the first part of the question, 20 boys and 10 girls are chosen at random from the school. Okay. Assuming you went to the exam, okay, and then you saw this question. Estimate the number of history students chosen. Okay. So straight away, I come to the column history. Look at the boys and girls. The boys 15%, the girls 12%. Okay. They are saying to me 20 boys and 10 girls. So they didn't choose everybody. Somebody has been chosen at random out of the 20 boys and the 10 girls. Now, this word is very important, estimate. Okay, because there is a chance that when I calculate, I'll get a fraction, a decimal number, and I have to round up because I can't have 6.7 boys. It's either 6 or 7. And I can't have 5.8 girls. It's either 5 or 8 girls. So this word alone, even though they haven't said round to the nearest whole number, it is trying to tell me a lot. So now, history students, okay, the boys, 15%. So 15 out of 100 times 20 boys. If you do this correctly on the calculator, you multiply 15 by 20 and divide by 100. You are going to get 3 boys. Or how many 20s are in 100? 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So you've got 3 boys. So there's nothing wrong with this answer because I can have 3 boys. Okay. Now let's look at the girls' part. 12% of girls study history. So 12 out of 100 times 10. Okay. And it's 10 girls. They've chosen them at random. So 12, how many 10 do I have in 100? 10. 12 divided by 10 will be 1.2. Now 1.2 girls, I can't have 1.2 girls. So this is where the word estimate. So it's either 1 or 2. But because it's 1.2, I'm going to approximate it to 1, to the nearest whole number. So I'm going to choose 1 girl. Okay. So in total, to estimate, they said estimate. They are not saying the exact value. Even if they didn't say it, I should know that I can have 1.2 girl. Okay, so I need to round it up or run it down. We have videos on this. Please help yourself. So 3 boys plus 1 girl. So I have 4 history students. So if they choose 20 boys and 10 girls at random from the school, my estimation would be that 4 of them are history students. Okay, by the information I've given by the table. Now, the other second part of the question, okay, they won't give you all this. I'm just trying to show you this. So an exam paper, but at times I just want to add a few bits to help you understand the question further, so that in case it comes, you know what to do. Okay, now we've done the history part. What about the geography student? If you look at the table again, 85% of boys study geography and 88% of girls study geography. So here again, okay, 85 over 100 times the 20 boys they chose at random. If you do this on the calculator, 20 goes into 100 5 times and you divide by 85, you are going to get 17 boys. That is okay. Okay, I don't need to run down or run down. But look at the girls' part again. 88 over 100 times 10. 10 into 100, we have 10. 88 divided by 10 is 8.8. Okay, you can't have 8.8 girls. You can either have 8 or 9. Okay, so I'll choose the 9. Okay, because if I choose 8, what about 0.8? And the question is saying estimate. Okay, so I'll run it to the nearest whole number. Okay, by now you should be able, because all the videos I've been trying to explain this to you. You can't just say 8.8 girls, then you don't understand the question. Okay, so if I estimate and a girl is chosen at random from 20 boys and 10 girls, okay, the number of students who study uh, geography will be 17 boys, okay, out of the 20, plus 9 girls out of the 10. When I add them up, it will become 26 geography students. Okay, so this is what is the first part. Okay, so whether they ask you a question using the history figures or the geography figures, this is how you should be able to think about it and solve it. Okay, now work out the probability that the student studies geography. Before then they said there are equal number of boys and girls in the school. Okay, so if there are 100 boys in the school, then there are 100 girls in the school. If there are 400 pupils, then it's 200 boys and 200 girls. Okay, because they're giving us this information, equal number of boys and girls in the school. Work out the probability that the student studies geography. Okay, now we go back to the table again. The geography students for boys 85, for girls 88. So if it's equal numbers, then it's a fair share, 50-50. Okay, now I'm going to add 85 plus 88 and divide by 2, because it's equal numbers and they've given me the percentages. So basically I don't have anything to do here. So if I do that on the calculator, it will be 86.5%. So the probability that students study geography will be 86.5%, because there are equal numbers. Okay, and I have the figures there. So now here is the question. This is a probability question. I will leave my answer here if it's exam, because I don't have a lot of time to waste. Okay, and I'm sure of my answer, so I'll leave it here. In percentage, 86.5%. But if they say leave your answer as decimal, then you go ahead and write 0.865. That is in decimal. This is to 3 decimal place. Okay, we know how to change percentage to decimal. Go and watch earlier videos. If they say I should leave my answer as fraction, then I'm going to divide this by 1000 as I did here. 86.5% over 100. So 865 divided by 1000. If I divide the numerator and the denominator by 5, I have 173 numerator, 200 denominator. So as a fraction, my answer will be 173 over 200. But if I haven't been specifically asked and it's an exam, I'm not going to go any further from here. That will be it, 86.5%. That's how I'm going to leave my answer. Unless they say leave your answer as decimal or fraction, I won't go any step further. I'll still get my full marks. Now, work out the probability that the student studies history. That is, if there are equal number of boys and girls. Now, the number of boys who study history is 15%. The number of girls history students is 12%. Okay? So equal number of boys and girls again. So I'm going to add 15 to 12 and divide by 2, which is 27 divided by 2, which is 13.5%. So that will be the probability. Okay. Now, if again I haven't been asked to go any further and leave my answer, that is in percentage, I'll leave my answer as that. If they ask me to leave it as decimal, we know how to do this. I'll divide by 100 and then give them the calculator value, which is 0.135. If they ask me to leave my answer as fraction, then I have 13.5 over 100, which will give me 135 over 1000. Again, if I divide the numerator and the denominator by 5, I have 27 over 200 as my fraction. So that is my answer as percentage. That is my answer as decimal. And that is my answer as a fraction. Okay? So unless they ask me to do anything, I'm just going to leave the answer as percentage, because look, the table gave me everything as percentage. So I don't want to waste time. I can solve this question, so I'll solve it and go on to the next, because there is probability that there are other questions that are more difficult that I need to apply stuff and maybe spend more time on. So this question is fairly easy, so I'll do it and save some time here to deal with the ones that I think is a bit tricky. Okay, so basically that is it for today. So thank you everyone, okay, who has watched our video, and thank you for watching our video today. Okay, I'll see you in the next.